Kurt Gödel, the logician who shattered mathematical certainty. Kurt Gödel, a name that resonates with profound intellectual depth and paradox, was an Austrian and later American logician, mathematician, and philosopher. Considered one of the most significant logicians in history, Gödel's work has had an immense impact on scientific and philosophical thinking in the 20th century. He was born in 1906 in Brünn, Austria-Hungary, which is now Brno in the Czech Republic. His family was of German descent, and his father was a successful manager of a textile factory. From an early age, Gödel was plagued by poor health, which would follow him throughout his life. He was a curious child, nicknamed Mr. Y by his family due to his incessant questioning. Gödel's academic journey began at the University of Vienna in 1924, where he initially intended to study physics. However, he soon switched to mathematics, captivated by its precision and certainty. He was taught by influential mathematicians such as Philipp Furtwängler and Hans Hahn. Although he was associated with the Vienna Circle, he was not a positivist and held his own philosophical views. In 1931, at the young age of 25, Gödel published his groundbreaking Incompleteness, Theorems in a paper titled On Formally Undecidable Propositions of Principia Mathematica and Related System. This work is considered a landmark in 20th century mathematics. The first Incompleteness theorem states that for any self-consistent recursive axiomatic system powerful enough to describe the arithmetic of the natural numbers, there are true propositions about the natural numbers that cannot be proved from the axioms. This shattered the long-held belief that every mathematical truth could be proven. It was a devastating blow to the Hilbert's program, which aimed to find a complete and consistent set of axioms for all of mathematics. This meant that the consistency of an axiomatic system could only be proven by a more powerful system, leading to an infinite regress. The implications of these theorems were far-reaching, extending beyond mathematics to philosophy, computer science, and even theology. They demonstrated the inherent limitations of formal systems, a concept that was both shocking and revolutionary. Gödel's work was not limited to the incompleteness theorems. In 1938, he proved the consistency of the axiom of choice and the continuum hypothesis with the other axioms of set theory. The continuum hypothesis, proposed by Georg Cantor, posits that there is no set whose cardinality is strictly between that of the integers and that of the real numbers. Gödel's result showed that the continuum hypothesis cannot be disproven from the standard axioms of set theory. This was a major step forward in the study of set theory and its foundations. He was not Jewish, but many of his colleagues and friends were. The political climate in Vienna became increasingly hostile, and Gödel feared for his safety. In 1940, he and his wife, Adele, emigrated to the United States. They settled in Princeton, New Jersey, where Gödel joined the Institute for Advanced Study. He became a close friend and colleague of Albert Einstein, with whom he would often take long walks and discuss a wide range of topics, from physics and mathematics to philosophy and politics. At the Institute for Advanced Study, Gödel continued his work in logic and philosophy. He delved into the philosophy of mathematics, advocating for a form of mathematical Platonism. He believed that mathematical objects, such as numbers and sets, exist independently of the human mind in a realm of their own. This view was in stark contrast to the formalism and intuitionism that were prevalent at the time. Gödel also made a surprising contribution to physics. In 1949, he found a solution to Einstein's field equations of general relativity that allowed for the possibility of time travel. This solution, known as the Gödel metric, describes a rotating universe in which it is possible to travel into the past. While the Gödel universe is not thought to be a realistic model of our own universe, it raised profound questions about the nature of time and causality. Despite his intellectual brilliance, Gödel's later years were marked by increasing paranoia and mental health issues. He had a deep-seated fear of being poisoned and would only eat food that his wife, Adele, had prepared and tasted for him. When Adele became ill and was hospitalized for an extended period, Gödel refused to eat. He died of starvation in 1978, a tragic end for one of the greatest minds of the 20th century. His Incompleteness theorems fundamentally changed our understanding of mathematics, logic, and the limits of human knowledge. He showed that even in the seemingly objective and certain world of mathematics, there are truths that are forever beyond our reach. His work continues to inspire and challenge mathematicians, philosophers, and computer scientists to this day. He was a true original, a logician who shattered mathematical certainty and in doing so, opened up new vistas of thought. His work on the incompleteness theorems is a cornerstone of modern logic. It showed that the dream of a complete and consistent formalization of mathematics was an illusion. This had a profound impact on the philosophy of mathematics, leading to a re-evaluation of the nature of mathematical truth. Gödel's theorems are not just a mathematical curiosity, they have deep philosophical implications. They suggest that human intuition and creativity play a crucial role in mathematics, a role that cannot be fully captured by any formal system. The influence of Gödel's work can be seen in many areas of computer science. The concept of undecidability, which is central to his theorems, is a fundamental concept in computability theory. The halting problem, which asks whether it is possible to determine if a given program will eventually halt, is a classic example of an undecidable problem. The work of Alan Turing, who is considered one of the fathers of computer science, was heavily influenced by Gödel's ideas. Gödel's friendship with Einstein is a fascinating chapter in the history of science. The two men, both giants in their respective fields, found common ground in their shared interest in the fundamental questions of science and philosophy. Their conversations, which took place during their daily walks at the Institute for Advanced Study, are the stuff of legend. It is said that Einstein valued Gödel's companionship and intellectual stimulation more than anyone else's at the Institute. Gödel's philosophical views, particularly his mathematical Platonism, continue to be a subject of debate among philosophers of mathematics. His belief in an objective realm of mathematical objects is not universally accepted, but it has had a lasting influence on the field. He argued that the axioms of set theory are not arbitrary creations of the human mind, but rather descriptions of a pre-existing reality. The tragic circumstances of Gödel's death are a stark reminder of the fragility of the human mind. His paranoia and fear of being poisoned were symptoms of a severe mental illness that plagued him for much of his life. It is a testament to his intellectual fortitude that he was able to produce such groundbreaking work in the face of such personal struggles. In conclusion, Kurt Gödel was a towering figure in 20th century intellectual history. His work transformed the foundations of mathematics and logic, and his ideas continue to resonate in a wide range of disciplines. He was a man of profound intellect and deep philosophical convictions, whose life and work are a testament to the power and the limits of human reason. His legacy is a reminder that the quest for knowledge is an ongoing journey, full of surprises and paradoxes. He was a logician who shattered mathematical certainty, and in doing so, he revealed a deeper and more mysterious truth about the nature of reality. Gödel's early life in Brünn was intellectually stimulating, surrounded by a family that encouraged his academic pursuits. His fascination with mathematics was not just about numbers, but about the underlying structure of reality itself. The Vienna Circle was a crucible of ideas, and Gödel's interactions with its members, though sometimes contentious, sharpened his own philosophical positions. The publication of his Incompleteness theorems sent shockwaves through the mathematical community, forcing a fundamental re-evaluation of the nature of proof. Gödel's proof was a masterpiece of logical reasoning, a beautiful and intricate argument that was both elegant and devastating. The implications of his work were not immediately understood by everyone, but as the years went by, their profound significance became increasingly clear. His work on the continuum hypothesis was another tour de force, demonstrating his incredible power as a logician. The decision to leave Austria was a difficult one for Gödel, but it was a necessary one for his survival. His arrival in Princeton was a new beginning, a chance to continue his work in a safe and supportive environment. The friendship between Gödel and Einstein was a meeting of two of the greatest minds of the 20th century, a true intellectual romance. Gödel's Platonism was not just a philosophical position, it was a deep-seated conviction that gave meaning and purpose to his work. His work on the rotating universe was a playful and imaginative exploration of the possibilities of general relativity, a testament to his creative genius. The paranoia that plagued Gödel in his later years was a cruel and tragic irony, a mind that could grasp the deepest truths of the universe being tormented by its own irrational fears. His death was a great loss to the world, but his ideas will live on forever, a timeless legacy that will continue to inspire and challenge future generations. Gödel's work is a reminder that the universe is far more mysterious and complex than we can ever imagine, and that the quest for knowledge is a never-ending journey of discovery. Young Gödel was a precocious student, quickly mastering complex subjects and showing a remarkable aptitude for abstract thought. His move from physics to mathematics was a pivotal moment, a recognition that his true passion lay in the world of pure, abstract ideas. The intellectual atmosphere of Vienna in the 1920s was electric, a fertile ground for the development of new and revolutionary ideas. The reaction to his work was a mixture of awe, disbelief, and even anger. Some mathematicians refused to accept his conclusions, while others hailed him as a genius. His proof was a thing of beauty, a perfect example of the power and elegance of mathematical reasoning. The full implications of his work are still being explored today in fields as diverse as computer science, cosmology, and artificial intelligence. His work on the continuum hypothesis was a major contribution to the foundations of mathematics, a field that he would continue to explore for the rest of his life. The rise of Nazism was a dark and terrible time, and it had a profound and lasting impact on Gödel's life and work. Princeton was a haven for him, a place where he could finally find peace and security, and where he could continue his work without fear of persecution. The friendship between Gödel and Einstein was a beautiful and inspiring one, a reminder that even the greatest minds need companionship and support. Gödel's Platonism was a source of great comfort to him, a belief that there was a higher, more perfect world beyond the chaos and uncertainty of the physical world. His work on the rotating universe was a playful and imaginative one, a reminder that even the most serious of subjects can be approached with a sense of humor and creativity. The paranoia that he suffered from in his later years was a terrible and tragic illness, a reminder that even the most brilliant of minds can be brought down by the frailties of the human condition. His death was a great loss to the world, but his legacy will live on forever. His ideas will continue to inspire and challenge us, and they will help us to better understand the universe and our place in it. Gödel's life was a testament to the power of the human mind, and his work is a reminder that the quest for knowledge is one of the noblest of all human endeavors. He was a true pioneer, a man who was not afraid to challenge the conventional wisdom of his time. He was a man who was not afraid to ask the big questions, and he was a man who was not afraid to follow the truth, wherever it might lead. He was a man who changed the world, and he was a man who will never be forgotten. Gödel's childhood was marked by a quiet intensity and a deep curiosity about the world around him. His university years were a time of great intellectual ferment, as he absorbed the ideas of the logical positivists while simultaneously developing his own unique philosophical perspective. The incompleteness theorems were a bombshell, a result so profound and unexpected that it took the mathematical world years to fully grasp its implications. His proof was a work of art, a beautiful and intricate construction that was as elegant as it was powerful. The implications of his work were not limited to mathematics. They had a profound impact on our understanding of the nature of truth, knowledge, and reality itself. His work on the continuum hypothesis was a testament to his incredible technical skill and his deep understanding of the foundations of mathematics. The rise of Nazism was a personal tragedy for Gödel, as he was forced to flee his home and leave behind many of his friends and colleagues. Princeton was a sanctuary for him, a place where he could find the peace and quiet he needed to continue his work. The friendship between Gödel and Einstein was a meeting of minds, a beautiful and inspiring example of the power of intellectual collaboration. Gödel's Platonism was a deeply personal belief, a conviction that there was a world of perfect, eternal truths that existed independently of the human mind. His work on the rotating universe was a playful and imaginative exploration of the boundaries of physics, a reminder that even the most serious of subjects can be approached with a sense of wonder and creativity. The paranoia that he suffered from in his later years was a tragic and debilitating illness, a reminder of the fragility of the human mind. His death was a great loss to the world, but his legacy is a timeless one. His ideas will continue to shape our understanding of the universe for generations to come. Gödel's life was a journey of discovery, a quest for truth that took him to the very limits of human reason. He was a man who was not afraid to challenge the impossible, and he was a man who changed the world.